For the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Now, from Carson Park in Eau Claire, the Logan Rangers and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Cremation and Funeral Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UWL. And Tri-State Business Machines, your #1 choice for office equipment in Onalaska. Now let's go down to the field at Carson Park and KQEG's Art Fay and Terry Erickson.
And you want me to do tackles again too? Try it with my binoculars?
Welcome everyone to Eau Claire Memorial's Carson Park. This is Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. We got Jesse Von Ruden on the computer working for us tonight, and we are coming to you from a warm Carson Park of 77 degrees as La Crosse Logan is on the road taking on the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. And Terry, tonight's game, first one for the season for both these clubs. Last night we saw a couple of games in the area, but for La Crosse Logan, they're coming in and they're looking at a brand new season.
Boy, and last year was not the season that they wanted. They hit a speed bump. First time they hadn't been in the playoffs in 12 years. Ended up under 500. Had lost 4 games in a row, and then leading up to the last game against Aquinas. And that win was not even enough to propel them into the playoffs. So this is a season of refocus, redeem themselves, re-energize themselves. Hopefully tonight's the beginning of that.
Yeah, they come in here and they were 4-5 last year and missed out on in the playoffs. Eau Claire Memorial, I believe they were 6-4 last year. They got into the playoffs, lost in the first round, and they lost a couple of key players from last year's team. And in fact, they're making a splash in the big time. Well,
yeah. In fact, Cormac Sampson, who I've seen play many times, now is playing for the Badgers, the #1 recruit according to WIS Sports during last year's profiling of players. So a big loss, and actually when we a loss of a lot of skilled players and physical players. So a completely different kind of Memorial team than we saw last year in a game which they took over and beat La Crosse Logan handily at Swanson Field, 35-6. And the Rangers don't lose very often at Swanson Field.
No, they don't. 5-5 in the last 10 years between these two ball clubs, and we had the athletic director from Eau Claire Memorial stop in, and we'll talk a little bit more about this as the game goes on, but they've got a quarterback, a young quarterback they're kind of excited about, got a good arm, and they're looking forward to seeing him play tonight.
Well, Bryson Johnson, I talked a little bit to the coach about him, only played 3 games last year, 1 TD, 1 interception, a 6-foot junior. You're right. I talked to head coach Mike Sins a little bit earlier today, played at Menominee, played college at Eau Claire, WIAC champ, won a rare UW Eau Claire's WIAC championships back in 2001. Head coach at Mondovi, took him to the playoffs 6 out of the 8 years in his second season. But a young team, inexperienced team, concerned with the speed of Logan. This is kind of a test for them to see if they're really ready with so much inexperience. He said this, interesting way to look at it. He said, Terry, we're looking at these 2 games against the Rangers and against Central as like NFL preseason games. We're not even really too concerned too much about the way our team is unveiled. We just want to sort of experiment a little bit, kind of like they do in the NFL, and then get ready for the Big Rivers Conference.
Well, it's going to be an experiment, they said, the Old Abe's, at what we're looking at tonight. We got a young, untested team. We'll see how we fare because they heard that Logan is going to be pretty good this year. And talking about Logan, you come in here, and one of the first names that comes up is Malik Brown.
Oh, man, yeah. Malik Brown is quite a player, no question about it. But he's certainly there's a lot of seniors, not as talented maybe. They don't have a Christian Kapanke, Defensive Player of the Year. They don't have C.J. Siegel. They don't have Matt Escher. But they do have Malik Brown, and they do have a lot of other talent. But there's going to be a little bit of a different look for the Rangers. New offensive coordinator, in fact, for many, many years, even back when Wally Janivico was the coach, Casey Noble was the offensive coordinator. This, by the way, is 8th season. Now it's Ryan Schreiner. Maybe you remember him as a quarterback for the Rangers, and now is the offensive coordinator. They lost 4 games in a row last year, snapped their 12-year playoff streak, as we talked about. I don't know if they're going to be a contender in the top tier of the MVC, but they do have a lot of skilled players, and they're anxious to unveil and see what they're all about too.
Well, tonight's game, we're looking at this. Right now you'd probably just on paper give the nod to Lacrosse Logan, but what are the keys to this game tonight, Terry?
Well, I think Logan's quarterback Devin Moran. I talked to Matt Escher today, the quarterback last year, who threw for 1,200 yards. Now, by the way, playing down the road here at UW Eau Claire as a defensive back, and he's just a wonderful kid, as you know, his entire family. Devin Moran replacing him. This will be a Herculean task he'll need to perform here in his very first start as a varsity player as a junior. He'll need a very good game. Logan needs to start strong. That's a key that I've identified, I think, too, as a key factor that they didn't. They started strong last year, Art, but then they tailed off and were outscored by significant points in the second half. So they're ahead of most teams in the first half, but in the second half, they really did not play well. Coaches even said the same thing. And finally, third down efficiency. They were under 30% in third down efficiency last year. That has to improve a great deal, no question about it. Keys for Eau Claire Memorial. You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
They only one starter back on offense, two starters back on defense. They may struggle with that. Containing Logan's skilled players if they get to the edge. We saw it last night with the Huskies struggling with the speed and athleticism of Lacrosse Central. I think their defense is ahead of their offense, according to talking to Mike Sins, and they just need to really play together, and this will be a test for a very young team. Mike Sins said he watched Logan play in a scrimmage. He said, we need to play our very best in order to stay with the Rangers.
All right, we've got a setting tonight. We're overlooking Carson's Park, where the Loggers play baseball across the field from us, and we'll be back with tonight's kickoff after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection.
Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity Heating and Cooling System.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where you are.
At Tri-State Business Machines, our job is to keep you moving forward. We know your business depends on the reliability of your equipment. That's why we're here, to provide you with the industry's highest rated machines and the know-how to keep them running at peak efficiency. We understand the importance of quality sales, service, and support. We've been doing it for over 60 years. To learn more about what we can do for you, visit tsbm.com. Tri-State Business Machines. Move forward with us.
There's no place like La Crosse, Wisconsin, with the river and the bluffs.
Academic success, athletic success, all of our programs are doing really well right now.
Coming out here and playing my first conference game, I had a bunch of goosebumps, I had chills, I was excited, I was nervous. You know, I felt every emotion that, you know, you can feel.
College, when you think of what that experience is and the growth as a person and as a student and as an athlete, there's no place like UW La Crosse.
Mix 96, today's best music mix. Good morning. Van McNeil, More Music Morning Show is on the air.
Hello, Ryan Seacrest here, Mix 96.
Are you ready for it?
Hey, it's Reed Magnum, Mix 96. Taylor Swift, here we go.
Are you ready for it?
This is Pop Crush Nights. I am Lisa Page. The moment that I've been talking about all week, I'm sure you're so over me mentioning the Chainsmokers, but hi, Alex and Drew are on the line right now.
Mix 96.1.
Mix 96, today's best music mix. Good morning. Van McNeil, More Music Morning Show is on the air.
Hello, Ryan Seacrest here, Mix 96.
Are you ready for it?
Hey, it's Reed Magnum, Mix 96. Taylor Swift, here we go.
Are you ready for it?
This is Pop Crush Nights. I am Lisa Page. The moment that I've been talking about all week, I'm sure you're...
Welcome back to Carson Park. Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. And tonight, the Lacrosse Logan Rangers on the road taking on the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. And the Old Abe's coming out to midfield. As you see, the Rangers already out there in the red and white. Old Abe's in the dark uniforms tonight. So this should be a good game, Terry, and it's a test for Eau Claire Memorial. It's a test also for Lacrosse Logan.
Here's a debatable subject we can talk about later, but both teams decide to be introduced as a team, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Now, in basketball, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
No, you got to be introduced individually. In the NFL and in college, you're introduced individually. Why can't there be a rule that says you absolutely introduce players? Because how many times during your lifetime are you ever introduced hearing your name over the loudspeaker? Unless you're a gifted player and get your name brought. So my point is there should be a rule in the high school that player, whether it's defense or offense, you go one way or the other. But my suggestion, and I don't dictate what's done, my suggestion is to introduce individually either your offense or defense, because it's special for the players, and it's not necessarily singling anybody out. It's still a team game. Do you agree or not?
You know, I haven't thought about it. I have to think about that just a little bit.
All right.
I don't know.
Just food for thought. But back to the game.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, but anyway, the Rangers kicking off.
Yep. Calvin Tanner, number 8, and Andrew Roberts, number 22, will be deep for Eau Claire Memorial.
Speed, too, by the way, on that particular tandem. We'll see if what kind of a kick we get with, it appears that Tyler Harris, number 49, a 5'10 senior, kicking for the Rangers as we start the 2018 season here on this late summer evening where it's about what? Humidity of about 80%.
Yeah, it is. It's about 77 degrees. At the end of the season, we'll be down in that 20 range somewhere. Here's Harris's kick, a high end over end coming down at the 8-yard line. Taken there by Memorial up to the 20, cuts it back in, fights his way to about the 24, and there he's gang tackled. Calvin Tanner with a return.
Yeah, he ran through the tackle of David Krause, number 29, and finally brought down by number 11, Ben Fowler. Ben Fowler, a tremendous tennis player who went to state last year for the Rangers, so congratulations to Ben Fowler. And first time we're seeing the we had the game last year, by the way, with the Eau Claire Memorial and Logan, but a little bit of a different personnel grouping. Spread offense by the Memorial Old Abes to start the game.
Once again, they're coming up to the line of scrimmage here. Bryson Johnson hands off to a back in the backfield, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost a yard.
Great penetration. Robert Snodgrass. Keep an eye on him. Robert Snodgrass, 6'4", 250 pounds, plays on both sides of the ball. He's going to play on Saturday afternoon if he continues to improve.
All right, second down, loss of a yard. Second down and 11. Ball spotted at the 23. And on the left side, a lot of running room up to the 30, across to the 31-yard line. That's number 2, Loyal Crawford, with a carry of sophomore running back.
Yeah, Loyal Crawford's going to be a load coming up from his defensive back position. Calvin Maven, a 6'1 senior, making the tackle. Brock Harney, by the way, the defensive coordinator for the Rangers, always puts together a good game plan.
All right, second down. Crawford again. This time he cuts it back up. He's got enough for the first down as he's brought down at the 35.
Finds a little running room, Art, but again, his second tackle of the early first quarter, Robert Snodgrass, number 76. Try to introduce both units here throughout the first quarter. Logan, again, the defense playing in a 3-5. Brock Harney, defensive coordinator.
On the sidelines, the coaching staff, the assistant coaching staff, putting up signs, offensive signs. They got a whole tub of different combination of numbers that they show up there. 2 different coaches, 2 different signs. Crawford had to come back to get the football, and doing so just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Kind of a bad snap. The timing was certainly compromised. Dallas Kapanke, the cousin of Christian Kapanke, the defensive player of the year last year in the MVC. So you see, you mentioned that so many teams do that now. One is alive and one is dead, by the way.
Yeah, the kids just got to know who it is. All right, Johnson out of the gun, and a flag goes off. I think they got the right side, the wide receiver jumping offside.
Well, we got that penalty. If I can introduce the Logan defense, Floyd Thomas and Ethan Coleman, the defensive ends. Robert Snodgrass, we talked about him. DeMond Butler, the returning all-conference performer from last year, the senior. Jeremiah Nagel and Dallas Kapanke, the linebackers. You'll see a lot of Jack McHugh-Sake and the defensive backs. Malik Brown, Ethan Hannawall, Ben Fowler, Kelvin Maven.
Wide receiver jumping offside, second down, 15, back at the 30. Johnson looking out to his right, little slant pattern, got it. Nice little zip pass out there to Will Hesse, and it's a first down.
Boy, nice zip on the ball is right. I mean, you don't see somebody throw the ball that hard with that low trajectory. And in fact, when defensive players got their hands up, Ethan Hannawall, the 5'9 senior, made the tackle. That was well thrown.
Yeah, that was the early scouting report that Johnson had a nice arm, and they were excited about what he could do out there. Wide receiver to the left is Will Hesse this time. And again, Johnson out of the gun, looking to his left. This time, Hand off, and that is about 3-4 yards inside. Oh, is it tipped? I didn't see that.
That was tipped, I think, by Snodgrass, actually. The Memorial offensive line, by the way, one senior, Lorcher, Nate Lorcher, and the rest are juniors. Fippen, Reinke, Oberding, and Schultz.
All right, that brings up a 2nd down and 8. And right away, nice run right up the middle, good moves, and another 1st down for Memorial. And Terry, in the early going here, they're doing a ground game that looks pretty good.
Yeah, and last year it was a lot of over-the-top passing. So far, the identity has been the run, as you mentioned. Good blocking that time at the point of attack. Nice hole for the Old Apes.
1st down at the Logan 41. Just underway, no score. Clock ticking down, 9 minutes left in the 1st quarter of play. Old Abe's taking this football at the 23. There's Crawford again, breaking a couple tackles, and finally he gets about 8 yards, brought down at about the 33.
Ran right through Jack McHugh-Sake. Easily ran through him. Didn't wrap up and got 9 yards on 1st down.
That's interesting watching in the side here. They do look over to the side, and they've got another assistant coach with hand signals in addition to the cards they're showing. Here's Crawford again. Boy, they're giving that kid a lot of carries early in the game.
They really are. And great block that time by number 57, Nick Oberding, the 205-pound junior. Art just opened up that hole, made it easy for the running back.
Yeah, down to the 27, another 1st down. Crawford doing a nice job waiting for his blocks to set up.
We saw that last night with Johnny Davis, too. When he kept the ball as a quarterback, he just really patiently waited for a hole to open up. And, you know, when you watch the NFL on Sundays, you see so many good running backs able to do that, stutter step, keep their feet alive, and then wait till a hole opens up. I mean, that's certainly a talent that not everybody has.
Crawford had to tie his shoe, and the officials gave him the equipment. Pause there. Crawford, only a sophomore. Where's number 2? 185 pounds, 6-footer. Here goes Johnson rolling left. And he got it in there. I don't know how he made that pass complete, but down inside the 15.
Yeah,
that'll be another 1st down.
Yeah, and an absolutely great play action, which really froze the defense. And Ben Fowler was able to make the tackle, but not until Nate Howell, the 6'6" senior, made the catch. Pretty hard to defend a 6'6" guy when the ball's thrown high. Last night, Jordan Davis, ball thrown high to him on a back shoulder fade several times. Nobody could stop him.
Ball on the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Loose football. Johnson picks it up, still gets it out here and completes it. Probably maybe a yard gain at the most.
It really didn't. I don't know if that was intentional or what. It looked like it took a nice hop anyway, right to him.
Yeah, you just never know where that ball's going to go when you got it going like that.
Jeremiah Nagel salvaged something that could have been a disaster. Jeremiah Nagel, number 16, the senior 5'8", in the vicinity. Old Abe's in the red zone.
Johnson hands off again. Crawford up the middle. Fights his way just inside the 10-yard line.
I like the way Crawford runs. Tackled that time by number 74, Harper Jankowski, the 6-foot junior.
You know, you mentioned La Crosse Central. They played on this field last night.
Boy, did they look impressive. I did an ESPN radio spot on the MVC, and I said, it's early to judge. There are a lot of intangibles, but the La Crosse Central is going to be tough to beat. But, you know, the MVC is strong, Art, and you look at Onalaska, last year, 3-way tie, Onalaska, Holman, West Salem. I think Central will be at that top tier this year.
And we have a timeout on the field. That was called by Eau Claire.
A little confusion, I think, or they would have been penalized with a delay of game.
Well, the timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Sound okay?
It's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity Heating and Cooling System.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 7 out of the gun. Johnson in a hurry, and he's dragged down for a loss. Sack back at about the 18-yard line.
Great pressure and a good call by and a stunt package by Brock Harney. And right there, Jeremiah Nagel, number 16, making the tackle. 4th down.
4th and, well, let's see how far they got to go here. 4th, and we got to get down to about the, looks like a 3-yard line. So about 4th and 16, 4th and 15. Clock is scoreboard saying 16.
And we got a field goal.
Wow, this is a long one.
Number 4, Colton Welke on the kicker.
It's set and blocked. And that's going to bounce down at about the 2-yard line. It's taken there. Just going to let it go, yeah.
Can't advance it. Good pressure inside by Robert Snodgrass. Harper Jankowski, too. Rangers take over in the shadow of their own end zone.
Yeah, somewhere in that interior line for Lacrosse Logan, they got in there and got a hand up and blocked that one. So 5:30 left in the first quarter, and the Eau Claire drive stalled out. And when the attempt of the field goal was blocked, here's the Rangers for the first time on offense. Ball on their own 4-yard line.
See, conservative play calling, I suspect. Again, Ryan Schreiner taking over as the offensive coordinator.
Hand off and some crossing action in the backfield, and no gain on the play.
Devin Moran, the quarterback, a handoff to Jeremiah Nagel. You're right, not much yardage, little personnel changes. That offensive line, a key to this game, too, as it is always. Alex Gavrilos, the center, the 6'5" junior. Alex Magnuson, Hart Larson, the guards, and Robert Snodgrass. We talked about him on defense. His imposing figure, Caleb Tresoni, the 5'9" junior at the left tackle.
The center, Gavrilos, lives in our neighborhood. That kid grew a lot over this last year.
Great baseball player and a wrestler.
I think I missed in the backfield. Something was wrong. There's airing it out, and he had his man open. I think that was kind of a broken play intended out here. And number 83, Jack McHugh-Sake.
Yeah, somebody went the wrong way, actually, and I think Devin Moran was just trying to salvage something, unfortunately, because he was in the grasp of possibly getting a safety.
That was close.
We're going to hear a lot of Malik Brown, Kelvin Maven, Jericho Parcher. Also, we'll see Kapanke, Harsey, Werner, Coleman, McHugh, Kraus, Dillard, and Nagel.
They got Malik Brown out to the left here, right up the middle. A little bit of running room. That's going to be about half of what they need. Out across the 10-yard line. They'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse me, Art Damon Butler, number 21, the 5'6" senior, all-conference in 2017, but not enough for a first down.
4th down and 4. Ball at the 11-yard line.
Tyler Harris, the kicker. Alex Gavrilos, the snapper.
And we got Calvin. Oh, he's good. Oh, he's running. I thought he might try that one.
I was hoping he wasn't. He was just trying to get away from the pressure, and and it looked like he was just trying to do a rugby style.
Calvin Tanner with a return of 8 yards, so Memorial come back out on the field in offense with the football at the 42 of Logan.
Jericho Parcher, the 5'10" line defensive back, the senior, making the tackle. Good field position here again for the Huskies.
One of our sponsors tonight is Schumacher Kish Funeral Homes. They've been serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years. Traditional service or prearranged funeral plans. It's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them. Schumacher Kish. They have locations in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. All right, 1st and 10 for Eau Claire. Right away, Johnson going to the air. Overthrows the intended receiver down at the 20-yard line. Out there, number 11 was Jack Piper. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Good coverage by McHugh that time, too, on just a slant pattern to the outside. Again, in that zone coverage. Also good coverage by Malik Brown.
Great student body here tonight for Eau Claire Memorial. They got a great contingency here. All dressed up in red, white, and blue tonight.
I see that. Are they celebrating Are they celebrating the past Memorial Day with red, white, and blue? Or are they celebrating Labor Day in front of us? Or what are they celebrating? Or just probably the good old USA?
I think so. Just taking that in. All right, 2nd down and 10. Here's a pitch back to the deep back. That's Crawford again. Crawford, the workhorse tonight.
Yeah, good hole again. Dual tackle by number 16, Jeremiah Nagel, and number 6, Malik Brown.
Ball at the 37.
3rd down and manageable.
It is 3rd, and we'll call it 5. And Memorial taking their time. You know, it's almost like 2 quarterbacks back there with Crawford and Johnson, because, you know, they're talking, and looks like Piper missed the call.
Ooh. We got a penalty because
2 guys moving.
Yeah, well, actually, number 82, Nate Howe, the 6'6" senior, fell from his 2 3-point stance, and
that's what the first game of the season's for.
I got a couple of grandsons on the Logan team, too. I don't know if you knew that. Jackson Fenwick and Julian Erickson, underclassmen, probably won't play much, but perhaps.
Here's Johnson. And picked up. Oh, they're going to call a flag on that one.
Geez, I don't think so.
Calvin Maven.
I think Calvin Maven timed it perfectly, but that's what they're going to call. They're going to call it on the Rangers, and I don't think so. I think he played the ball perfectly.
You can hear the Logan coaches up here. He says he had position.
Yeah.
And they're calling against Logan.
I could see right away the body language of the side judge indicated that, and the placement of the flag. I thought that was perfect timing by Calvin Maven. Took away a really good defensive play.
Casey Noble was protesting it, head coach for Logan, but it's not going to get him much.
You know, those are discretionary gray kinds of calls rather than a garden variety call like the previous one where the guy jumped offside. Anybody can make those. That's when you determine whether you're a good official or not. You're able to see that clearly.
So another penalty flag.
Well, there's a garden variety penalty right there again. Yeah. You could call that. Jesse could call that.
Yeah. Motion in the backfield. They haven't popped the lights on yet tonight. But look straight across from us, Terry. And that light pole there. And it looks like there's some chicks up there. That's got to be an eagle's nest.
It is.
And there are chicks up there.
Yeah, it does look like it.
That looks like a bald eagle nest the way that thing is. It's a big, huge nest. All right, Johnson in the pocket. Throwing out on the left, and again overthrows his intended receiver. Down out there for Will Hesse.
Yeah, but way overthrown. Good coverage by the Rangers, but he had a little bit of a pocket to throw to, but not on the backside shoulder because the Rangers, particularly Ben Fowler right there, playing their zone coverage well. See if the Old Abe's can take advantage of that penalty on the Rangers and do something here on this possession as we approach 2 minutes in quarter number 1.
This is 2nd down. And it looks like he picked that one off.
Robert Snyder. No, number 16. It was, Jeremiah Nagel. You know what that was? If we replayed it, is that inside screen. That bubble screen, inside screen is what they were trying to do, and Nagel timed it perfectly.
Just jumped right in there and got it.
Big turnover for the Rangers.
Wow.
See if they can take advantage with a little bit more room to play with now.
Exactly. So the first series of down was 3 and out, 4 and out with for Logan. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 43 of Logan. Got a little bit of room to work with. Handoff inside. A little spin move and picks up about almost 5 yards in the play.
Great blocking again. Demond Butler, the 5'6" senior. Good explosion finding that hole. Good block art by Gavrilos and Hart Larson. Hart Larson, one of the captains for the Rangers, along with Malik Brown and Dallas Kapanke.
You know, we came into the game here, Terry. We got a chance to walk by the Logan locker room. Kids were loose. They were out listening to music. They were dancing a little bit. So they were having a good time. Oh, loose football picked up by Memorial. That snap came right from the center and out of his hands.
Just looked like, it didn't look like a bad snap. It's just a combination of maybe that and not handling the ball very well. Number 90, who doesn't seem to be on my program. Is he?
Yep,
there he is.
Grant Gerber.
Yeah. He's not on this one, but you got him, huh?
Yep. He's a sophomore.
Hey.
Big kid in the middle.
Just to verify he's not on my program.
I guess not.
All right, you just got the new version, huh?
Apparently. You got one for me and one for you, huh? Yeah. Mike Sins is the head coach for Eau Claire Memorial. So back and forth these two teams have gone. Here's Crawford again. Boy, he's a slippery runner.
He is, and a great block on the outside by number 70, Nathaniel Lorcher, a 6'4" senior. Big build, big hole.
So 2nd down and 6 at the 41 of Logan. So Claire Memorial with their 3rd possession of the first quarter. Working exclusively out of the gun tonight. There's Crawford again. Maybe a yard on the play.
Good gap integrity that time. Number 9, Floyd Thomas, part of the Erickson family is Floyd Thomas, making that hit. He was profiled in the paper, the 6'2" junior.
You know, between him and Snodgrass, they're doing a great job in the interior line for Logan.
Jeremiah Nagel, too, again. Right there where the action is.
A 3rd down and 5 facing Memorial. Here's Johnson. A little pass out the flat here. That's a 1st down and a lot more. Still on his feet. Finally brought down all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Just a bubble screen is what it was, and throwing correctly, and Johnson doing a nice job of looking the defense off. He looked to the left and then came back to the right, and good blocking on that 1st down play.
Boy, that's a big kid. He got that football, and he was hard to bring down. You got to wrap him up and wait for help.
Yeah, the Rangers got a big kid that, and McGuire Werner, you probably know him from basketball, and he'll be playing some tonight. He's about 6'8". They can get him the ball. He's in the depth chart for the Rangers.
We're down to 30 seconds in the first quarter. It's a 1st and 10 at the 17. Johnson rolling left, flag into the middle of the field, and a pass complete at the 4-yard line. We'll see what that flag is about.
It looks like an holding or some penalty on the Old Apes is what we're going to get.
That was a play we seen earlier.
From where the flag is thrown by the white hat, it appears that's what it is. It's holding on the Old Apes.
I will say this, Bryson Johnson, the quarterback for Eau Claire Memorial, he was an untested product coming in here, but they had high hopes for him, and boy, in this early going, he's showing he's got a nice arm.
I absolutely agree with you. I knew nothing about him because I mentioned he played sparingly last year, but your assessment is correct. I like his mechanics. I like the way he maneuvers. He's got the full package for a junior.
Johnson out here.
Oh, double
back
pass.
Option. Yeah, look out. And it's picked off. Picked off at the 6-yard line.
A double pass. Kelvin Maven, I'm not getting fooled on that.
That's the second one he picked up. This one he gets credit for.
I know, but how many DBs are that intuitive that they're that disciplined not to at least come up and try to make the hit? He did a nice job.
He did. That's the end of the first quarter. No score in the game. Eau Claire nothing, Lacrosse Logan nothing. And we'll be back with the start of the second right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection.
Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
You are. It's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter what.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. We've got Jesse working the computer for us tonight as we stream this game, and Luke's on camera. And Terry, you made an interesting question, who do you like so far in this early going? And, Eau Claire's had a pretty good first quarter. They've kept Logan with their back to their goal line quite a bit in the first 8 minutes.
Exactly right. I think the Rangers will come back to that after this play.
All right, a handoff on the left side, off the left tackle.
To finish
a couple yards.
Yeah, to finish that thought. I just think the timing, the rhythm, the offensive concepts seem to be disrupted. They don't seem to be in sync in the first quarter for the Rangers. Of course, field position has been part of it.
Yep.
But on the other side, Memorial seems to be crisp with their offense, but they cannot finish, and that's why we have no score at the end of one.
Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. So 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. Maven hands it off again to Butler.
Well, Butler has nowhere to go, Art, because big number 76, Cade, you may have to help me with this. Zahoiak, I think I have that right, 6'4", 260 pounds, making the hit. Or Ethan, his brother, 6'2", 225, the Vahoiak brothers, pretty big players.
They are.
This one, 76, the junior brother, a sophomore.
3rd down and 6. Moran under center. He's rolling out to his right. He's got to hurry the pass out here. And tackled before he can even bring it in. So Memorial, 3 good defensive stands bring up a 4th down for Logan.
Just really nowhere to throw. The timing again, he was hurried. Defense perfectly played. Risky pass. Exchange now back to the Old Davis, and look at the potential field position they're going to get.
Yeah, Harris to punt. That was Sirianni with that nice defensive play. There he's coming out like a rugby kick, and there it goes. It's going to come down at about the 44. Takes a sideway bounce, and it'll roll out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. So Memorial getting the football back at midfield.
Well, they've been their own worst enemy in the first quarter. They have good field position again. Let's see if they can do something. They have shot themselves in the foot the first quarter and have not been able to put the ball in the end zone.
UW Lacrosse Eagles will be playing on KQEG TV. First game on Saturday, September 1st at Luther College. You'll be doing that game, Terry.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to get there. And I know they have a new field. I think it's a couple years old, but I hear a lot of good things about the Luther field, and the whole culture in Decorah at Luther College is something special.
Yeah, I went down there, I think it was 2 years ago, to watch a game.
And it was at the unveiling of the new field then?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they had those ceremonies all done the game I saw, but it was a nice area. They got a nice field down there.
Yeah, my recollection of Luther is Edsel Schweitzer, who was a longtime coach won a lot of championships back in the 60s and 70s.
Inside handoff. Crawford spins. He's stacked up, but not before it picks up about 6 yards.
Crawford is impressive. You know why he is? Two things. One, he hits the hole awful quickly, and he uses good strategy when he gets to the second level. He spins. He puts his hand. He uses good footwork. He uses a straight arm. I'm impressed with him.
That's a good combination back there, Johnson and Crawford for Memorial. Here they go out to Crawford, and he dives ahead. That could have been a loss, but he's good little moved inside to pick up a yard.
Damon Butler on the tackle. We saw the Red Raiders do that last night too when they send out their wideouts and flood deep, and then they sent Peter Fleming out of the backfield just like you saw here, and he had a lot of success and scored 1 touchdown. He's really not the player for the Central that you read about, Peter Fleming, Art, but he's got the whole package.
3rd down and 4. Ball at the 42 of Logan. And a pass play again over the middle. And he's open, and he hangs on to it and drilled, but brought down to the 30-yard line, but not before there's a first down. Jack Piper making a nice catch.
Yeah, and a tackle again by number 16, Jeremiah Nagel, who's having a good first half. Found the seam, found the pocket, and again, rifled right to him in that pocket.
You know, those are good 10, 15-yard passes that Johnson has just got a good snap. No score in this contest. We're in the second quarter, 9 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first half. Here's Crawford. Dives ahead.
Crawford, not much running room, enough to get a couple of yards, but of course, who's right there to meet him? Number 76, Robert Snodgrass.
You know, what's so impressive about Crawford is he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, yeah.
Quite the athletic ability.
Sure, certainly has good footwork, but you know, first half, it's been all Nagel, Snodgrass, and Kelvin Maven on defense for the Rangers.
Yeah. All right, 2nd down. Here goes Crawford running wide. Good defensive out there, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Well, a few times he's got dropped for a loss tonight.
You're right, trying to get to the edge, but Floyd Thomas, his integrity of staying on the outside and not getting pushed inside, outside contained, did a great job, and up came Malik Brown to help Floyd Thomas. Most of the success in the first half against the Rangers has been up the middle, not to the edge.
3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Eau Claire Memorial in the dark uniforms. Logan in the white with the red helmets tonight. And Old Abe's want a timeout.
The wrong personnel grouping forces the second timeout.
7:45 left in the first half. No score. We'll be back right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Yeah, that was our second timeout.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW Lacrosse.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. Luke on camera. Jesse taking care of the streaming computer for us tonight. And we've got ourselves a game here where there's no score. 7:45 left in the first half. And a 3rd down and 10 from the 30 for Eau Claire Memorial. Out of the gun. Bryson Johnson throwing down here in the flat. He's got a man open. He's got it at the 10. Spins down and brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Soft coverage by Malik Brown allowed that pass to be completed. Malik Brown finally closed, but too late.
Calvin Tanner with a little down and out pattern brought that one in, and he's got himself a first down and 1st and goal for Eau Claire. Claire had the same kind of field position, and they weren't able to put it in at the other end of the field. Here they go with Crawford. Dives across between guard and tackle and gets a couple of yards.
Got a nice block that time by number 82, Nate Howe, the 6'6 senior.
At the 2-yard line now. 2nd and goal. And they'll probably go to Taylor again. There he is, caught in the backfield. He'll lose a yard, maybe 2.
Boy, a lot of football is anticipation and kind of looking into the backfield and seeing what's going on. We have a penalty. Nice job that time of filling by Harper Jankowski. Boy, he's been impressive. 2 plays in a row and holding on the Old Abes. Wow. It appears.
That hurts the Old Abes. So the white hat making the call now.
Crew working this game is Bob Holt out of Marshfield and his crew. I talked to him a little bit before the game and said, how'd you like to come to La Crosse and work at Memorial Field in an Aquinas game? And he said, we would love that. I said, well,
really?
Maybe we'll see if we can make that happen.
Very good. All right, so they march that one off. Brings up a 3rd down and 19. A big penalty. Johnson rolling to his right. Oh, he finds a big guy. I don't know if they're going to call him in or not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think he's down at the 1, but there's the advantage of that 6'6" frame.
Wow.
Not many other players could catch that right in that little window, wasn't it?
Nate Howe. So it brings up a 4th and goal from the 1, and Memorial's going to go for it.
Boy, this will be interesting.
Well, you know they're going to be looking for Crawford to carry this one.
I think I'd go play action on this.
Hands off to Crawford, he's in.
That's what I said, give it to Crawford.
Off the left side.
Oh, boy. And they went with a quick count, too. I don't think the Rangers were really ready in the first touchdown of the evening.
Loyal Crawford from a yard out.
Seems like he even hit the hole quicker that time
than
I'd seen him earlier. Got good blocking on the left side, too. We'll go, timeout, it looks like. No, maybe not. I saw one coach. They're going for 2, though. I saw one coach indicate timeout.
Interesting they're doing that because they had the field goal attempt. Johnson looking to his left, and it's complete.
Play action held the linebackers, and an easy catch. Great pass, though. That time, Kelvin Tanner making the reception for 2 points.
There's a nice catch and a nice drive for the 2-point conversion. 8-0, Eau Claire Memorial. That's with 6:10 left in the first half. And that drive down there, you know, this Eau Claire Memorial team we had a question mark on what they could do because a lot of kids coming in here that just hadn't played much last year. They're looking pretty good.
They are. Last year, of course, they went to the playoffs and had a great season in Mike Sins' first year, and he said, I don't know what to expect, Terry. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We didn't look that good in the scrimmage. We have some guys injured, but so far,
they looked all right.
Acceptable.
They looked all right.
Of course, remember I told you before the game, he said, this is just like an NFL preseason game. We're not too worried about this. But they're playing with a little more intensity than he had indicated to me.
Well, deep to receive this kickoff will be number 13, Jericho Parcher. Back there is Jeremiah Nagel.
2 speedsters, too, if they get a chance to return this.
And kick this one off over to Nagel's side. Takes it at the 9-yard line. Cuts it back up, looking for blockers. Still on his feet. Across the 30. Up to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. A nice return.
Good
by
return.
Parcher.
I thought maybe he went to a knee early on, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, that was Nagel. I'm sorry, Nagel with the return. I think he got somebody that dragged his leg there, but he had a nice return out to the 35. So 6 minutes and 2 seconds left in the half. Logan with the football at the 35.
Needless to say, the Rangers need to get a drive going, need to keep Memorial off the field, they need to develop some confidence and some rhythm and some tempo.
Yeah, they haven't had the football too much in Malik Brown's hand, and that's probably where they want it. Right up the middle they go. That looks like Max Harsey.
Yeah, Max Harsey, we're going to see him a lot, the junior. He had a great summer at went to a couple camps and went and his frame is completely different than what I saw before. He spent a lot of time in the weight room. Of course, his dad, Troy Harsey, played at UWL.
Yep.
You probably remember that.
Absolutely.
So I just think there's a tremendous potential in Max Harsey.
Harsey, a junior. He's the deep back. Kept by the quarterback. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So
I'm not
Moran.
sure. I'm not sure that was designed, was it? Didn't look like it.
Didn't look like it. Well, if it was broken up real quick by the defense of Eau Claire.
Well, the penetration by Eau Claire didn't really go for the fake on the play action. Just converged on Moran right away. And Moran saying, "This is not supposed to run a play like this. I'm not supposed to get tackled by 4 people with opposite color jerseys."
3rd down and 7, ball in the 38 now. Moran rolling right, looking downfield. He's got a receiver there, and it's good for a 1st down.
Oh, nice pass by Moran.
Maven, yep.
Very nice pass. Kelvin Maven, I just think you're going to see a lot out of him. Maybe not like C.J. Siegel. I got to give you a report on him as we go through this broadcast, but Division I, North Dakota, as you know.
Yep.
But I just see Kelvin Maven as one heck of a player on this 2018 Ranger team, and I see the same thing with him in basketball. We're not going to get into basketball yet, but there's just a lot of great kid, good student, and a lot of athleticism.
So 1st down at the Logan 49. Deep pitch. That's Malik Brown. Pushes ahead, maybe a couple yards, maybe 3 at the most. Down to the 48.
Trying to run their version of the stretch play. Garen Garley, the linebacker, the junior, number 25, making the tackle. Rangers having a hard time running the stretch. Physicality, not a strength of the old Abe's, but speed is certainly one of their assets.
Clock moving down to 3.5 minutes left in the half. 2nd down and 7. First time for Logan in Eau Claire territory. Here's Harsey again. Stopped at about the 45, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Harsey getting a good block, too, by number 67 that time, Alex Magnuson, the 6'2 senior. Again, the offensive line, Trussoni, Magnuson, Gavrilos, Hart Larson, Robert Snodgrass. 3 seniors, 2 juniors.
After that pickup, it's 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 45. Moran out of the gun. Hands it off to Harsey. He's up the middle, and he's going to be short of the 1st down.
Not really good blocking either, but got what he could. Haven't had a chance to introduce the Eau Claire Memorial defense and try to do that here before halftime. Rangers going for it, 4th down and 2. It appears they are.
Yeah, they are. They got to get past the 41. Moran went over to the sidelines to get the call from Casey Noble. Harsey will be deep. Floyd Thomas in the backfield, now going to the line.
Floyd Thomas, a hybrid player. Looks like either there's confusion or Moran's changing the play, audibilizing, and there's a timeout, and there was confusion.
I'm just wondering if they're trying to call him offsides.
I don't think so, but possibly.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about C.J. Siegel, and, I went online, Terry, and looked at the University of North Dakota, and, he was such an offensive threat for La Crosse Logan last year, but they've made him a defensive back now.
They have, and a kick return. Here's an interesting thing which I learned today. In June, the NC2A passed a rule that you can play 4 games, any 4 games out of the 10 or 12 games you play, and you can be redshirted for the following year. So what they had planned with C.J. Siegel, who's in the depth chart at defensive back, kick returner, punt returner, what they had planned is playing him in 4 games, and then that's it, and then he will have 4 more years of eligibility.
Really?
Yeah. That's just kind of news from the last couple of months by the NC2A. So I talked to his dad for a while today about that, and the decision has been made to work on making him stronger. I mean, he's fast, but he's not a big kid. He's not a big kid. And so that's great news for C.J. Siegel and for North Dakota.
Here comes Logan. They're going out of this punt now formation.
I think they did try to pull him offside.
I think so.
Oh, fake? No, just no.
He makes you think about it.
I think he's just giving him the option, perhaps.
Oh,
no.
That was touched by Eau Claire.
Why would you do that?
Oh.
That is a horrible mistake by the Old A's.
That is a Logan football.
Why would you do that?
Wow.
You're taught in practices to run away from that ball. If this is going to hold up, it is going to be a Ranger ball. You're told to run as far away from the ball. You're taught to run as far away from the ball as you can when it's from the 10-yard line back to the goal line. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just get out of there. But they reached back, and there were actually 2 Old Abe's down there that reached out to touch it. It was touched by Eau Claire, and it's a 1st and goal from the 6. A great opportunity.
Yeah, a golden opportunity for the Rangers.
Moran under center. Harsey's a deep back. Goes left, hands it off to Harsey, trying to follow some blockers, and he might have got back line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, and gap integrity is certainly a point of emphasis for the Old Abe's, and they're doing just that. And I wouldn't be too cute. I would simplify my offense in this situation and just stay maybe between tackles, A, B gap, and so on. Again, and then maybe play action on 3rd down, and certainly it's 4-down territory.
Well, they had Floyd Thomas in the backfield there leading the way as a blocker, and they're doing the same thing this time.
Clock management, too, Art. You have 2 timeouts left.
Diamond Butler's now the deep back. Moran looking left, and that's picked off in the end zone. Look out, he's got a little bit of running room on that side of the field. Finally dragged out of bounds at the 21, so the Old Abe's turn away La Crosse Logan.
Overthrown, I think, intended for number 6, wasn't it?
I think so. That pass, it was open.
Yeah, intended for Malik Brown, but overthrown in a costly turnover.
It was a great opportunity for Logan that they're not going to be able to cash in on.
Looked like he was indeed open.
Yeah.
If the timing in the pass would have been there, and see what the Old Abe's decide to do with 1 timeout and 55 seconds left.
Boy, with the kid they've got, they might try for a couple of short passes and see what they can come up with. So Johnson hands it off inside. Again, surprise, surprise. That's Crawford, Loyal Crawford. Lots of carries.
Yeah, good shoestring tackle that time by number 21, Damond Butler, the 5'6" senior.
In this complex that we're in here, Terry, this is, for those who know, Hank Aaron, these same grounds years and years ago.
Exactly. Hank Aaron, was he about mid-'80s now, maybe?
It's got to be. It's got to be. I think there's a statue, a bust of Hank Aaron by the baseball stadium.
I was there recently and saw that at Miller Park.
Crawford carrying once again. That probably is the last play of the half. Clock ticking down, and Old Abe's not hustling up to the line, so they're just going to let it go. That brings us to the half. Eau Claire Memorial at halftime leads 8-0 over La Crosse Logan. And the teams head into the locker room. We'll take a break and be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Tri-State Business Machines. Our job is to keep you moving forward. We know your business depends on the reliability of your equipment. That's why we're here to provide you with the industry's highest rated machines and the know-how to keep them running at peak efficiency. We understand the importance of quality sales, service, and support. We've been doing it for over 60 years. To learn more about what we can do for you, visit tsbm.com. Tri-State Business Machines. Move forward with us.
So over me mentioning the Chainsmokers, but hi, Alex and Drew are on the line right now.
Mix 96.1.
Mix 96.
Hi, Rays fans. I'm Dan Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, Paul Reichert. We bring you the Badger State Clean Water and Air Race Report every Saturday at noon at 1460 WBUG. What a great time of the year it is, Billy.
It is a great time to go racing, and we will bring you interviews from the top drivers across the Midwest.
And also, results.
Yes, Paul Reichert here, and I've got the Burning River Race Report bringing you results from all over the country.
Are we going to buy him some new shoes this year?
Oh, he needs them to get to Big Four.
Going to have to do that. Saturdays at noon, 1460 WBOG. Hi, Rays fans. I'm Dan Dyke.
Welcome back to Carson Park. It is halftime where the Eau Claire Old Abe's from Memorial are leading by a score of 8-0. That score came on a 1-yard touchdown run in the second quarter by Lowell Crawford. A 2-point conversion, a pass from Johnson to Kelvin Tanner. That was good, and that's where we stand here. Across Logan, not able to get into the end zone. They had a great opportunity at the end of the first half with a punt that was touched and had the football at the 6-yard line. And then 2 plays later, they threw an interception and just were turned away. So halftime now here at Eau Claire. And Terry, it was a pretty good half for both these two ball clubs, not knowing exactly what we're going to see on the field, but a good solid first half.
Kind of what we anticipated too. Logan really needs to get together and talk about their offense, their play selection, their timing, and so on. The blocking's been okay, but the timing, hitting those holes has not been good, and the offense needs to step up. Our defense is playing extremely well. Not anything I did not anticipate, but when I get the stats put together here, as prior to going in the second half, maybe it'll reveal some things that kind of verify the fact that the Rangers are down 8-0.
Eau Claire Memorial went into the locker room. Lacrosse Logan is at the north end zone waiting for a coaching staff as the coaches are huddled together at about the 25-yard line, just gathering their thoughts and what they need to tell their squad here in the different areas of the first half. So clock moving as we've got halftime here at Carson Park. This is Art Fay along with Terry Erickson, Jesse, and Luke with us tonight, bringing you this football game. And we'll take a timeout and be back with the second half kickoff after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
It's halftime on the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the Logan Rangers and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. We'll return with the second half of tonight's game after these messages.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection.
Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
Where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome back to Carson Park. There you see the scoreboard ticking away at the last part of the half, 3 minutes and 30 seconds as we get ready for the second half kickoff. 8-0, Eau Claire Memorial leading La Crosse Logan in this contest. Opener for both these two ball clubs. A hot night. These kids getting a lot of water drank at halftime, but a lot of running in this game tonight. And Terry, as we were looking at this, you know, it was a lot of carrying. I really think Bryson Johnson, the quarterback for Eau Claire, did a nice job of mixing it up between passing and running with the team.
Your assessment of him is absolutely correct. I just think he's impressive. But he's impressive to the tune of 111 yards. That's how much he's throwing for. Nate Howe, 55 yards through the air, and Loyal Crawford, I think you're early player of the game along with Johnson. Not to put words in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
For 65 yards, Eau Claire Memorial, 167 total yards. And you look at the Logan Rangers, and their offense has not really come to play yet. Devin Moran, 11 passes, 1 interception. Damon Butler, 16 yards. Max Harsey, 10 yards. Are you ready for this? A total of 43 yards of offense in the first half. And
wow.
The scoring, Crawford on a 1-yard run, and the extra point, a catch by Nate Howell. Consequently, 8-0 Old Abe's at halftime.
Yeah, and it was a great opportunity there towards the end of the first half. That punt that went down that was touched by Eau Claire, and Logan had it at the 6-yard line. And 2 plays later, they ended up throwing an interception, and that just stopped that opportunity.
A golden opportunity wasted. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be a catalyst for a loss. Of course not. Down only 8-0. The Rangers, if they do indeed put their offense together, I'm confident that you'll see a different second half. We could certainly see a good performance by the Rangers.
Next week, we've got a couple of games coming at us. It'll be Cashin at Luther, and the first game in Menominee at Holman in game number 2. Play back on Saturday if you miss the stream. Then Saturday, we've got Pacelli at Aquinas at 1 o'clock. Play back on Monday at 6. If you got a complete listing of our football season, you can go to kqegtv.com. It'll be interesting that Aquinas team this year, you know, they had a little story about a young man named Lee, same name as the coach's son.
Bryce Lee.
Bryce Lee.
He was on our show recently, Seven River Sports.
He beefed up. He's a big kid.
By gosh, he went to a couple of football camps this summer, and I think he's a Division II player next fall. I mean, he's beefed up. He's got good speed. He's got good quickness. He's instinctively he understands the game. Hopefully, they will have a respectable season. Of course, 0-9 last year. Last year, by the way, in the MVC, they moved to non-conference in 2019. In 2020, the proposal of realignment, which has to be verified yet by the Board of Control of the WIA, is they would go to the Coulee.
Yeah. Hey, taking a look at what you just saw there, it was a hawk leaving one of the nests over the spotlights. Is over there somewhere. And mother or father hawk there, and there is a nest on top of one of the lights that are here.
There he comes again. And you know what? That my binoculars, given to me by an uncle from World War II, by the way, verify what you just said.
Yeah. So that hawk is over there. I mean, there's a nest. Earlier in the night, we could see a couple of chicks out there. So, I mean, that's a big, big nest that is being featured here at Carson Park tonight.
So we're not just here to watch football. We're here to check on the status of the Eagle.
All right. With that, we're going to take a timeout and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Now, you're right about the size.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter what.
At Tri-State Business Machines, our job is to keep you moving forward. We know your business depends on the reliability of your equipment. That's why we're here, to provide you with the industry's highest rated machines and the know-how to keep them running at peak efficiency. We understand the importance of quality sales, service, and support. We've been doing it for over 60 years. To learn more about what we can do for you, visit tsbm.com. Tri-State Business Machines. Move forward with us.
Today's best music mix. Good morning. Van McNeil, More Music Morning Show is on the air.
Say, hey, hey, now, baby. Hello, Ryan Seacrest here, Mix 96.
Are you ready for it?
Hey, it's Reed Magnum, Mix 96. Taylor Swift, here we go.
Are you ready for it?
This is Pop Crush Nights. I am Lisa Page. The moment that I've been talking about all week, I'm sure you're so over me mentioning the Chainsmokers, but hi. Alex and Drew are on the line right now.
Mix 96.1.
Mix 96, today's best music mix.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Teams finishing up their warm-ups at halftime. We started off this game at 77 degrees. It's still a warm one out there. We're still flirting with that mid-70 range.
Those of you watching and we're on the north side of La Crosse, we had a tremendous downpour about 3:30 this afternoon.
It did come down.
And much needed rain for the farmers, for the lawns, and for a reprieve with the heat a little bit, huh? Not much rain up here, but and a forecast of a nice weekend ahead of us, too.
What's ahead for Seven Rivers Sports, Terry?
Well, this week it's the Central Red Raiders. And I'm going to start posting more of that on Facebook, so check my Facebook page and KQEG's. Next week, the Logan Rangers with head coach Casey Noble, and the following week it's the Logan cross-country team, Zach Slevin and Dylan Mitchell and James Duffern, and then the Cross Wellness Center is going to be on my show in a couple of weeks talking about fitness for people of all ages.
All right. All right, as we get ready for the kickoff, it'll be Eau Claire Memorial kicking this one off. Jericho Parcher, number 13. Jeremiah Nagel, number 16, will be deep.
Let's see if the field position can be in favor of the Rangers here in the second half. It's starting with this kickoff return.
Colton Welke, number 4, will kick off. The 5'10" senior. And we're set to go here. 8-0 Memorial to start the second half. And an end over end. This one's going to go out of bounds. So Logan will get the football at some pretty good field position going out of bounds.
See if the Rangers can take advantage of the field position they're going to get at the 30-yard line.
They're just getting to dusk.
Again, the officials working this game. Met him before the game, Bob Hoyle and his crew from Marshfield. Always exciting to work Division I and II football and on a field like this.
Well, I was going to say, you know, the Logan and Central kids and Aquinas, they get to play on fields like this most of the year. It's not too often they see regular grass.
No, of course, and a lot of fields in the area now. GET has a field similar to this now.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Little slant pattern in and out of the arms. Just a little slant curl pattern, and Malik Brown just couldn't bring it in.
Just a two-step drop, and Malik's like, come on, that should have been caught, said Devin Moran. Not that we catch every pass thrown to us, but that was a good first down play, and it should have been caught.
Yeah, I think Malik turned around, and it was right on him, and he just couldn't adjust.
Yeah, just a little quick. He'll make up for it, though. Will Malik Brown, the 6'1" captain, at 221 yards last year, seeing a lot of action.
All right, brings up second down at the 35. Oh, loose football out there, and finally being able to jump on it is Diamond Butler, but he did not have the handle.
Damon Butler, too, yeah, trying to, it was a motion to try to stretch the defense. Damon Butler and a little bit of a delay. I'm not sure if the timing was there in any sense. A big loss for the Rangers. Third down. Hey, all defenses love this. Peel back your ears and get after the quarterback. You know it's going to be some version of a pass play. Pressure on the quarterback. 3rd and long.
So Devin Moran out of the gun. Standing at the 25, rolling to his right. Avoids one tackler. Throws it underneath, and that's incomplete.
Well, Calvin Maven probably should have had that. Thought he was bothered and interfered with as he's talking to the official in a gentle way, like, sir, don't you think he bumped me a little bit?
Didn't get it.
But anyway, the lack of any kind of offense continues for the Rangers.
So that brings up 4th down, and they'll have to punt it away. Harris to punt. He's been running out. That one quickly going down, and that took a line drive shot, but it's taken a big Logan run.
Parcher, the gunner, hustling down the field, and no return for the Old Apes.
Well, what turned out to be an ugly-looking punt gets a big roll and all the way down to the 34. So a 1st and 10. Clare Memorial at their own 34. And again, good solid play in the backfield by both Johnson and Crawford. Here's Johnson rolling out to his right. That one goes over the arms of the big guy, Howe.
He's the closest guy to him was a Ranger, Ben Fowler. In case you missed the disparity in the mileage, in the yardage at halftime, Oklahoma Memorial 167 yards and Logan 43. Not good.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. There's Crawford, and they got 3 guys on him.
Boy, starting with...
Oh, and a penalty at the deep in the secondary.
Starting with Floyd Thomas, who slowed him down. And what do we have on a running play in the backfield? What do we have here?
Well, Lorcher, number 70, was way back here, and he was tangled up with Nagel.
We got a personal foul on the Rangers. Must have been a hit that we did not see, huh?
Well, I just saw the tail end of it, and Nagel was tied up.
You know, the issue, we all, as officials, face this. If you see the tail end of a play, you don't see the whole play. Sometimes the penalty is not justifiable. Would you agree?
I would think so. All right.
Not that was the case, but it happens.
There we go. Wide to the other side of the field. And that's Piper all the way out. Ran a long ways, but he didn't get much, if anything.
Just tried to stretch the Logan defense again. Number 11 comes up, Ben Fowler, the senior. But credit also Floyd Thomas, the 6'2 junior, for slowing him down and keeping his shoulders square at that defensive end spot.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12, back at the 47.
The stretch play for the Old Abes, again, has not been very successful, has it? Rangers have done well with contain.
Tackle to tackle is where the running game is. Johnson looking left. Little slant, and it's caught. Good for a 1st down.
You know what, Art? Great adjustment. We see that with good receivers a lot. The ball was not perfectly thrown, but Kelvin Tanner adjusted a little bit, and the ball was thrown, by the way, low enough where no Rangers could get at it.
That 10 to 15 yard throw that Johnson has been pretty good at tonight.
You're a former quarterback. What was your best throw? Short passes like that?
Actually, I'll tell you, this play here, we got penalty flags.
And a lot of movement by the Old Daves.
You know, and I was fortunate to do it for 2 years, but the best play was the timing patterns. You get to know your wide receivers, well enough, and if you just throw it to where they're supposed to be, that was the best one.
Somewhat predetermined.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's a question. Back then, like not like it was centuries ago, but back
it was
a
long
couple
time
decades ago. Could you audibilize?
We did
on your own.
We did. We called our own. We audibleized. In our senior year, we were able to do audibles.
So did you have colors or what?
Colors.
Okay, so colors would change the play.
Yep.
Change the
Yep.
snap count would stay the same though.
Yep.
Okay.
And what was interesting though, that as soon as it didn't take long for the other team to figure that out.
Yeah, but sometimes penalty again. This time on the Rangers jumping in the neutral zone. But okay, so you have live colors, you have dead colors. Sometimes teams change colors at halftime. So there's just a variety of ways you audibilize.
Yeah. Yep.
And so you audibilize with a dead color and a live color?
We just did live colors. We didn't get that far. And so when the other team heard red, they came.
Oh,
things changed.
They came in the defense.
Yeah, they knew what was happening. Here's Crawford.
Now, that wasn't too good if the defense knew what the live color was.
They saw it coming quick.
In other words, pin their ears back and go. Tackled by Snodgrass, by the way.
All it took was a few times when they saw that. They knew it was coming.
Well, come on. You're the quarterback. You got to change things then.
Yeah, I wasn't bright enough. That was a 2-yard run, so 2nd down and 8 at the 36.
But you could call your own play. You didn't in the huddle.
Yep.
It didn't get sent in.
Nope.
Okay.
Not back then.
So you had to be pretty bright then.
Well, we figured out, a little while you figure out what would work, where your best plays were. Crawford. There's a fake handoff and a sliding catch again.
Oh.
Boy, these wide receivers for Eau Claire Memorial doing a spectacular job. And that's Calvin Tanner, who's doing a big job out there tonight.
He's running good routes and finding the seam, finding the gap, finding the dead spot. You know what sets that up, though, and you referenced this earlier on. Of course, the guy with the most yards in the first half has been certainly Lloyd Crawford, but play action to him it opens up the defense for the Rangers.
It has. So here we go, 1st and 10, all down to the 23. Little slant pattern. Hugh, the big guy. Oh, boy, he's bringing 3 Rangers with him. Nate Howe. Boy, at 6'6", 215, he's a load.
You said, oh, boy. I think that's what the collectively the Rangers said when he caught that pass was, oh, boy, here we go. And now the defense needs to step up here as the Old Aves are in the red zone.
1st and goal at the 4. Let's see if Crawford comes into play. Here he goes, slanting left, and again, diving off his left tackle.
Easy touchdown. Good block that time by number 51, Jackson Ranke, the 5'11", 230-pound left guard, a junior.
Loyal Crawford, 4 yards out, gets it in. So 8:06 left in the 3rd quarter. And another.
Going for 2 again.
Yeah, 2-point conversion attempt. We got Crawford and Johnson. Johnson looking left. And that one falls incomplete.
Nice defense that time.
Howe was the intended receiver.
Yeah, nice defense. Excuse me, Kelvin Maven anticipating that, knocking it away.
All right, 8:06 left in the 3rd quarter, 14-0. The Old Aves over La Crosse Logan. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
There's no place like La Crosse, Wisconsin, with the river and the bluffs.
Academic success, athletic success. All of our programs are doing really well right now.
Coming out here and playing my first conference game, I had a bunch of goosebumps, I had chills, I was excited, I was nervous. I felt every emotion that, you can feel.
College, when you think of what that experience is and the growth as a person and as a student and as an athlete, there's no place like UW La Crosse.
We're back at Carson Park. 77 degrees at kickoff time, and that temperature has been holding pretty steady here. So a warm one here tonight in Eau Claire. Claire Memorial now leading La Crosse Logan by a score of 14-0. As Arfay along with Terry Erickson. And the Old Aves ready to kick off. This is Wilkie. Got his foot into this one, taking it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nagel drops it, has to go back to the 3 to pick it up. A little bit of running room going to the far side of the field, across the 30, across the 40, and finally dragged down at the 44. What a return for the Logan Rangers.
Maybe that's the spark that the Rangers need. How many times do you see a player on a punt return or kickoff return bobble the ball, which disrupts the defense as they come down for coverage, and then a good return follows? You see that a lot, don't you?
It does. It does. Just they actually overrun the coverage.
That's right.
So 1st and 10 at the 44. Good return. Best return of the night for La Crosse Logan. Jeremiah Nagel with that return. Moran at quarterback. He's been there all night. Thomas, the up back. And big guy gets the fullback carry across the 45, maybe for 2 yards.
Can't throw the ball all the time. You need to get a running game established. Certainly, the Rangers would like to throw down 14-0, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, but the running game is kind of their identity, and let's hope that they can establish that and then go to the air with Moran.
Floyd Thomas, who carried that last time. He's an interesting player because he plays in the defensive line and he's the fullback.
Yeah, and
you
you
see that often.
Defensive end, right?
2nd down. Deep back, got a lot of running room, got the 1st down. Oh, and he gets pounded at the 40, but a nice run by Butler.
Boy, I like the effort by DeMond Butler, the way he hit the hole. Not a big kid, 5'6", 160 pounds, but got a great block by Hart Larson and Alex Gavrilos.
Big run. 1st and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. One of the best field positions besides that muff punt by Eau Claire Memorial for the Rangers tonight. It's loading up the left side of the field. Butler again, the deep back. Hand off to Butler, the speedy little guy. Goes ahead for about 4 yards. 2nd down, 6 at the 36.
Good tackle that time by big number 76, Cade Lahoyak, 6'4", 260 pounds.
It's kind of important for Logan to get a score here in the third quarter.
Vahoviak. I think I got that right. Don't have Vahoviak.
I think that's right.
It's not an easy name to pronounce.
I've seen that
Smith
before.
And Jones. And all.
I've seen that name before.
Of course, when you work college, with UWL games, and some of these names are like, you got to be kidding me.
So 2nd down and 6. Deep pitch goes to Butler, 3rd carry in a row. This time he's just back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh. Familiarity with a running back breeds contempt, huh?
Boy, I tell you, the defensive back and linebackers playing good football for Eau Claire.
Boy, I guess so. They've come up, they've held their ground well. There's no question about it.
Ethan Van Grunson in the middle of all that.
Yeah, his dad, Greg Van Grunson, a good friend of mine, used to coach at at Memorial. Now is at Bloomer, basketball coach.
A 3rd down and 7 now. Moran looking a little screen. He's got a receiver out there, slips one tackle, and he goes down just shy of the 1st down. Looks like it was carried by Kapanke.
There's a nice play, Dallas Kapanke. Again, we talked about the trifecta from last year. Escher, who's playing football here as a defensive back. Matt Escher, the youngest of the Escher kids, you know that, I think, playing here at UW-Eau Claire and majoring in pre-law. And Christian Kapanke here watching this game, watching his cousin going to Madison, leaving in a week. And then we talked about C.J. Siegel, the 3 key components to last year's Ranger team.
All right, we got a 4th down, less than a yard for the Rangers. Up back gets it, and that was Kapanke, and he got it.
He did get it.
But he earned it. Whew.
Yeah, right behind Snodgrass, right behind Magnuson, right behind Gavrilos.
Dallas Kapanke.
A rare 1st down by the Rangers. See if they can keep it going. A little momentum, tempo. Play selection has been impressive.
So 1st down at the 29. Best drive we've seen out of Logan. Wide to the right goes Calvin Maven. 3 receivers to the left, looking towards Maven. And that one's a wobbly one going down here. He caught it, and 2 flags come down, so the catch, and it would have been a penalty either way, but Maven with the Nice catch at about the 3.
Just a go pattern straight down the field using one-on-one speed. It will stand because it was pass interference, that was obvious. No discretion, no gray, no like, is it, isn't it? No, he was all over him, but still, he caught the ball despite being a kid all over him. That was impressive. Rangers on the verge to score.
First and goal from the 2.
Nice pass by Moran, by the way, too.
Yeah. Butler is the deep back. He's got Kapanke in front of him. Kapanke gets it. He won't get in there. Maybe a yard on the play, though.
Maybe a yard.
That hole
Second
closed
down.
up.
Yeah, Gerber and Karnitz and Mahoyak and Hall, and you talked about Van Grunson, Wolf, and Garley, part of that front 7. Kalcheka and Roberts, captain in all conference, and Krajewski and Voigt, the DBs. 5 juniors, 4 seniors, 2 sophomores make up that starting Old Abe defense.
Ball sitting just inside the 2-yard line. Moran under center. This time he'll go to Butler, and Butler puts his head in, and he gets in. Butler in from 2 yards.
Well, the motion kind of put another blocker on the right side, and a good play call, too, by Ryan Schreiner, the offensive coordinator, and I'd say just what the doctor ordered, would you say?
I would say so.
That was impressive, I think, starting at about their own 40. Is about right, a 60-yard drive.
35, remember?
Yeah,
That was a
65-yard drive.
Yeah. All right, extra point attempt. And a nice kick by Harris. That was drilled and makes it 14-7.
Gavrilos, Moran holding, and you're right, and a good kick, too, by...
All right, with that, it's 14-7, 3:16 left in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity Heating and Cooling System.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. We got ourselves a ball game here. It is now 14-7.
Yeah, and a good kick by Tyler Harris, the 5'10 senior. Kicks extra points, kickoff, punt. Nice job by Tyler Harris and the Rangers in the game. Let's see if that impressive 65-yard drive turns into a better defensive performance.
Well, got a little fired up now for Lacrosse Logan. Harris will kick off. I'm impressed by these high school kickers. They get that ball way down the field.
They do. The gunners for the Rangers, Jericho Parcher.
High end over end, going to come down at the 2. Taken on the far side of the field. Spins out of one tackle and brought down just shy of the 20.
Good coverage by the Rangers, and principally number 60, the first guy down there, Jax Malum, with a good job of the 5'10 sophomore making a good hit. Jax Malum, impressive.
Ball returned by, I believe it was Andrew Roberts.
Jody Malum, his mom, a teacher at Logan, has had some health problems. We wish her the best. His dad, Ted Malum, a good friend of mine, so give them some airtime, huh?
1st and 10 at the 19, airing it out. And that one's overthrown, but the right idea out there on the fly pattern was Kelvin Tanner, his favorite receiver tonight.
Yeah, and he was open if the ball would have been thrown to him, but fairly good coverage by 6'1" senior Kelvin Maven on an island by himself.
That's sometimes scary when you're out there and one-on-one and it's coming your way.
Yeah, exactly. Jack McHugh-Sake, congratulations. Good job, Kelvin. You saved a touchdown.
2nd and 10 at the 19. Roberts going in motion. Johnson a little down and out. He's trying to get it out here, and that He had to hustle that one out there. It is a good idea just to dump it like he did.
Yeah, the danger in the first down pass, incomplete. Second down pass, incomplete. Is third down and long. Now what are you going to do? And possibly a penalty, by the way, on the play, holding on the old Abe's. Take the penalty and push him back further. I would. I think the Rangers will.
Yeah, Mason Parkhurst was in on that one, making Johnson hustle that pass.
Yeah, Mason Parkhurst, number 71, a 6'2 senior. His mom, Sam Parkhurst, the Logan Middle School athletic director. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Oh, the Rangers decline, so instead of 2nd and 20, it's 3rd and 10. This is a critical first down.
It is.
Because otherwise the Rangers could possibly get good field position.
Calvin Tanner's this side of the field, split wide. They like going to him. They're going to go to the right side, tipped and in and out of the hands of the receiver. That was Will Hesse.
A little high for Will Hesse, but catchable. 5'9", junior. Now the Rangers will get the ball back.
So in will come Colton Welke to punt this one. And again, back for Logan will be Parcher. There's number 13, Nagel. Or excuse me, not Nagel. It'll be Malik Brown on the other side of the field.
Malik Brown and Nagel both with 4.5 speed.
High end over end kick, fair catch called.
Wise decision too.
Parcher fair catching at about the 49 of Eau Claire.
Parcher did a nice job of safeguarding the ball. Well, see if the Rangers can continue their offensive impressive drive on this particular play, series, I should say, with 2:50 to go in quarter number 3.
Some of the highlights of this game, Terry, they can see on Seven Rivers Sports, your program?
We are. We're going to see that next Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right.
Check your local listing. We're on 5 times.
Handoff to Butler, the deep back. And he sidesteps the tackle and gets about 3.
Butler,
so 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, ran through. The first guy hit him, number 75, and got some extra yards.
So 2nd down.
Low man wins, huh? Keep those shoulders down. Keep your feet moving.
But Butler is so fast. Not a big kid, as you said, but he is so fast. Hits that line quickly.
Good kid, too. Know him real well. And serves me coffee sometimes at McDonald's, by the way.
Oh, really?
He does.
I was into the McDonald's just recently, and that self-serve screens there.
Yeah. The kiosk?
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, 2nd down. Fake to Butler, and Moran got sucked up back there.
Ooh, somebody missed a block. And your number 90 made the hit.
Grant Gerber.
Yeah, my number 90 is not on, but your number 90 was impressive on that.
He's a fireball out there. He's only a sophomore, and he got through there, and that was a big sack. It's a loss of about 10 yards.
When the Rangers look on that on tape, they'll see, well, somebody missed a block, but they'll also need a check down receiver somewhere in the vicinity so you can throw it away without getting a penalty.
Yeah, he turned around. He was right there on him. 3rd down, we'll call it 20. Back at the 42-yard line. Butler on the left side, got some running room, cuts it up, gets a big chunk of it back. He's inside the 45, maybe the 44.
Good play call, too. Alex Krajewski, a defensive back, made the hit, his first open field tackle of the evening.
I've seen Tyler Harris. He does that, what you call a rugby kind of kick.
Yeah.
He gets it and he runs it. That gives him all kinds of options if he sees some room out there. But this is a 4th down and 6. He's going to have to punt this one away. It gives the team a lot of time to get downfield. And everybody's clearing out now.
Whoa, you think they learn? Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's the impressive coverage team. And number 5, Alex Cosby, he'll be on the Seven Rivers Sports highlight team, hustling down and keeping the ball from going in the end zone. So the Old Aves have 99 yards to go.
Wow.
To pay dirt.
That was quite a coverage there. On the 1 yard line, Alex Cosby.
There's a teaching point right there, huh?
Boy, you see the Eau Claire players clear out of there?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, they learned.
Remember the first half. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you, huh?
33 seconds left in the third quarter. Johnson standing in his end zone. Having a little extra conversation out there. Hand off to Crawford.
Ooh, not a good exchange either.
No,
Snodgrass on the tackle. Could have been a fumble easily, as I think we're going to see the third quarter come to an end here. I think the Memorial Old Aves will let it run, I would presume.
Yeah, the clock is moving. They're taking their time in the huddle. Yeah, they're not going to come out. 9 seconds. And we'll run this one down and close out the third quarter. So that's it for 3 quarters of play. Eau Claire Memorial 14, across Logan 7. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week. Welcome back to Carson Park. There you got the lights. You can't see it now, but there is a nest for the Hawks on top of one of those light poles out there, one we just zoomed in on. So here we go. Starting the fourth quarter. It's now a 2nd down and 6 at the 5-yard line for Eau Claire. Handoff again. Here's Crawford coming our way. Spins out of it. And he's brought down after a first down. Fans, I think, were looking for a high tackle, but it wasn't nothing called.
It was a high tackle by Ethan Hannawall, but a good tackle. But first time, really, he has gotten to the outside, Loyal Crawford, with any success, a big first down. But his speed, really a focal point on that play.
So, new set of downs and a little bit of room for Eau Claire to work with. Ball spotted at the 13. And again, Crawford, this time he's going nowhere. That interior line stops him for Logan.
Boy, I'll tell you, Jeremiah Nagel has played awful well on defense, and he was the principal tackler on that play.
You know, I think at halftime, you probably have the coaches from Lacrosse Logan just saying, we got to have somebody that's just on Crawford at all times. Just got to be with him.
So many teams will use what's called a spy on one of the better players on the other team, and you're certainly right. That could have been part of the conversation. But Rangers playing with a little more energy, a little more passion, a little more effort, a little more purpose.
Jack Piper was lining up in the backfield, but Crawford goes back there now again. Piper goes slot left. Johnson looking left. Throwing the pass to Piper, in and out of his hands.
Should have been caught, but good coverage by Alex Crosby, number 5. Cosby, I should say, not Crosby. Cosby with a nice play, too, on that punt coverage.
3rd down now and 12. First down is at the 23-yard line.
See what the Old Aves dial up here. Screen, maybe.
They're taking their time on the sidelines. The coaches haven't got the
draw.
Yet.
Maybe. No, you're right. Timeout.
Well, it's going to be close.
Play clock's not running either. Must be on the field. Yeah, it is a timeout.
Yeah, they take a timeout because,
Wonder why the play clock is not being used.
I don't know. So there's a timeout on the field. .10:49 left in the contest, 14-7 Old Abe's. One of our sponsors tonight is Rick Boyer and Boyer's Budget Furniture. They're located at 2100 West Avenue, featuring quality furniture at budget prices. Furniture for every room in your home. Bedroom sets, dining rooms, sofas, chairs, and recliners. You'll find it all at Boyer's and at affordable prices. Be sure to stop in and ask Rick about financing at Boyer's Budget Furniture, 2100 West Avenue South in La Crosse. And a nice little run over there in baseball for Rick and his Lancers.
Yeah, they had a great season. So did the Legion team. Went all the way to nationals. And, one of my friends, Chris Feckner, who you know, a friend of mine,
Chris,
Jesse, his younger son on that team. And a lot of good baseball this summer in the area with the Onalaska Legion, Holman Legion going to state. A lot of good young athletes.
Third down. Johnson, a little slant pattern. And, boy, he just found right where it needed to be, and it was caught. First down, Eau Claire.
Boy, he did throw it where it needed to be. And I don't know if he purposely threw it there, but let's just say he did because it was a great pattern, screened out the defense, and, boy, a must first down.
Will Hesse with the catch. His whole family's down here. He's got Will's dad, cousin, mom, aunt, uncle, all wearing number 3 jerseys on the sidelines. All right, 1st and 10 at the 30. Started this drive right at their 1-yard line. Look out. Here goes Crawford again. Slips another tackle, still on his feet. Finally pulled down at the 45.
Took 3 Rangers to bring him down. He ran through the tackle of Malik Brown, and it was set up some misdirection. Faked the stretch and run a delay to Crawford up the middle, and that was an impressive play.
It was.
Fooled the Ranger defense.
Crawford's going to be having 100 yards tonight, and he's doing it the hard way. Just a few yards at a time.
I like that effort here in the second half. Again, he had 65 yards at halftime, so you're right. He's at 100 or close to it.
First down at the 45. His drive taking a lot of time as well. Crawford this time caught in the backfield. He'll lose 2.
Oh, nice anticipation, nice defense penetration by Floyd Thomas. Maybe that was like, maybe I should have taken a break on that one. You can't don't give it to me every time. I'm gonna get wore out. Something tells me he's not gonna get it on this play.
Well, 2nd down and 12. You might see Johnson passing again because, boy, he's been very good out there. Crawford's got it going wide. Slips 1 tackle. Nagel gets a couple yards on the play.
Of course, what do I know? He gets the ball again. I said, I think it'd be the time he would give him a break, but Floyd Thomas slowed him down, but should have been able to wrap him up. But
about a 4-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, this will be an interesting call by the Old Abes. Try to keep this drive alive.
Look for Calvin Tanner. He's split out wide to our side, wide to the right.
Rangers in a cover 3.
Johnson rolling right, looking over the middle. He's got the big guy, Howe, and then slips a tackle, and oh no, he gets loose. Look out. All the way down to the 2-yard line. Is he in? They called him in.
He ran through the tackle of Ben Fowler, too, and Fowler's played an outstanding game. And he just, that 2nd effort and 3rd effort got him a much important Old Abe touchdown.
53-yard touchdown pass to the big guy, Nate Howe, from Johnson.
Nate Howe in on 2 scores, caught that 2-point conversion in the first quarter, and now a 53-yard catch. And a great play action again. Bryson Johnson, he continues to look good, as you have indicated.
They're looking for the 2-point conversion now and what the play they want to use.
Bryson Johnson, a 6-foot, only a junior, too.
Boy, Howe, he gets going. It's just so hard to bring down one-on-one. There's Johnson looking left, over the middle. And we got a penalty flag in the backfield.
I'm not sure who that was intended to.
Looks like the receiver stopped.
Yeah, two Old Daves there and holding, that would be negated. So the Rangers about to get the ball on a kickoff.
All right, 8:28 left in the contest. It's now a 20-7 lead by Eau Claire Memorial. We'll take a break and be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Good morning. Van McNeil, More Music Morning Show is on the air.
Say, hey now, baby. Hello, Ryan Seacrest here, Mix 96.
Are you ready for it?
Hey, it's Reed Magnum, Mix 96. Taylor Swift, here we go.
Are you ready for
This is Pop Crush Nights. I am Lisa Page. The moment that I've been talking about all week, I'm sure you're so over me mentioning the Chainsmokers, but hi. Alex and Drew are on the line right now.
Mix 96.1?
Welcome back to Carson Park. The score now 20-7. Eau Claire Memorial leading Lacrosse Logan.
Want to go back to a previous play. There's 2 60s for the Rangers. One is Jax Malum, and as I peruse the sideline, I see he's got street clothes, but Michael Rojo, the 5'9" senior, was the player on that coverage that did such an outstanding job. Good job, Michael Rojo's grandfather happens to be Mike McCardle, who's a friend of mine.
Yep.
Good job, Michael Rojo. Good thing I corrected myself there, huh?
All right, Colton Wilkie. It's a scrib kick down to the 30. Taken there. That's
Harsey on the return.
Harsey. Okay, good hands for Harsey to pick that one up and take it back to about the 40.
Those are not easy to handle, those kicks that bounce in unpredictable ways. Harsey, you're right, doing a nice job. Well, can the Rangers, with 8:24 left in this contest, answer that call?
You know, they need a couple of big plays, some breakout play here, and they just haven't had any all night.
Well, in that, except on the drive where Damon Butler particularly played well, and a great pass from Moran to Maven. Let's see if they can duplicate that.
All right, wide receivers to the right. Nagel coming across and gets a handoff on that long movement. Gets about 5 yards and brought down to 45.
There's the classic stretch that the Rangers have run for years. Alex Krajewski on the hit.
A little, at the end of that one, a little trash talking between the teams.
Does that happen?
Yeah, I saw a little bit going on.
It's like, how you're tackling me, but next time I'm going to run right over you, boy.
Yeah, something in that order.
As an official, I see a lot of trash talk, especially at the showtime at your building.
Oh, yeah.
In basketball season, there's some of that going on.
2nd down and 5. There's a handoff. Oh, and a halfback option. And broken up at the end.
Oh.
Boy, that was Parcher reaching back.
Wow. A great play, but even better defense. Weren't fooled. I'll tell you, the Old Aves. Right there, that could have been 6 for the Rangers. I'm trying to get the number here, too. He won't turn.
It was a double
my
handoff.
way. Double handoff and a
pass.
Yeah. Little trickery by the Rangers. And now I got the number. Carson Calchera, defensive back. Brother played last year. Made a huge play for the Old Aves.
3rd down and 4. There's Butler going the right side. Butler spins, and he's close to a 1st down.
Second effort, I think, did indeed get him there. Is he run with determination?
He does.
Or what?
Not for a big guy, you know. He just keeps moving.
Like my coaches would always say, sell the farm, which means make an effort every single play.
Butler certainly did it on that. He's got the 1st down. Ball at the Eau Claire 49, a new 1st down. Time, though, an issue now. 7 minutes left in the game. And Logan down by 2 touchdowns. Hand off Butler again, right side. This time he's got about 6 yards, still on his feet. Picks up a couple more with 2nd effort.
Butler just, again, 2nd effort is what you just said. Ran through, this time, Carson Calchera, who made the good play last time. No huddle, tempo offense for the Rangers.
Handoff goes inside. And a first down for the Rangers, that time carried by Malik Brown.
Faked the toss and ran a quick play on third. So many teams do that on third down, so the defense cannot do any personnel changes. Now back to the conventional huddle. Central no huddle offense. Boy, we didn't talk much about them, but last night, running clock the whole second half. Boy, were they tough.
Ball at the 37 of Eau Claire. 1st and 10. And getting in, slipping a tackle. I don't know how he got loose. Moran going to run this one. He's going to go all the way to the sidelines and out of bounds at about the 30.
How did he, a Houdini play?
I don't know how he got loose.
Houdini's, he still in Las Vegas? Is there still a Houdini, by the way?
Well,
Houdini 1, 2, 3?
Tribute people.
Okay. So anyway, Mr. Improvisation, Houdini, and he gets out of what looked like a horrible situation and picks up huge yardage.
He did. 7-yard pickup. 2nd down at the 30. Rolling to his right. Steps up. Moran still on his feet. And he's going to push forward and get a first down.
Yeah, nicely done, too. Patience again. You're not going to see Devin Moran. His gift is not explosiveness in the open field, but it is, he's a cerebral player. And
what's going to be tough is that, Eau Claire's, their line is just really taken off right now. They know he's going to try to throw. So it's another first down, ball at the 26.
Yeah, when you know you're going to throw, I mean, the quarterback needs to have good panoramic vision, look at his check down receivers, not force anything in there.
Clock at 5:48. Butler on the right side. He dives down to the 25.
Oh, impressive open field tackle by number 17, Grant Wolf, 5'8", junior. Nicely done. A small player like that needs to tackle at the knees and below, and he did just that. How do I know that? Because that's how I used to tackle.
Same tackler, huh? At the 25, 2nd down and 9. 20-7 the score. Important drive here for Lacrosse Logan. Got to get it in there fast as they can. Moran, a little slant pattern, complete at the 17. I think that's Kelvin Maven. I think that Malik Brown.
Malik Brown ran a nice route, just forced the defense off, ran them off is what the coaches say, and then just curl back. Good timing, Moran to Malik Brown.
That brings up 3rd down and 2.
Offensive line playing impressive in this series.
They are. Butler again, the deep back. This time they got Kapanke up, and they hand off to Kapanke. He's got the first down. Boy, he's pretty effective with that short yardage.
He is, just like Christian Kapanke was last year.
So a 3-yard gain, first down. At the 18-yard line.
4:30 to go in this game, and the Rangers a little bit of a sense of urgency, would you say?
Definitely, because they've got to get it in, and once they get it in, it's going to be an onside kick. Deep pitch. He comes around the corner. He's got a little bit of running room, and finally goes down at about the 7-yard line. That's Malik Brown again.
Showing his speed to the outside. Good player to use a stretch run and a toss, too. Rangers have to hustle in and out of the huddle and put some points on the board.
They do. Ball now at the 12-yard line. 2nd down, and we'll call it 5. And to Dallas Kapanke, and he's in.
Oh, man, did he get good blocking?
He did.
Let's credit Gavrilos, Hart Larson, Magnuson, Trissoni, Snodgrass. Hopefully I didn't omit anybody, but good blocking, good play calling. One play complements another, and the urgency, they hurt us because the Rangers needed something right away. Let's see if the Rangers can continue kicking the ball well with Tyler Harris.
Extra point.
And he did.
Yep. Boy, he nailed that one. So 20-14, and we've got 3:38 left in the clock. There's time for the Rangers, but they've got to get the football back.
We got a penalty, too. We got a penalty on the
Oh,
Rangers.
yeah.
I think an illegal block by the Rangers, possibly, or is it on Memorial? It is on the Rangers. So now you got to go for 2.
Oh, we're going to march this one way back. And Casey Knable is coming out. Casey Noble coming out and wants a little more explanation for his team. Here comes the extra point team, but now got to march this one off. And I don't think Logan realizes where it's got to go. It's going to go way back.
Looked as though it was just an illegal block, and the official with his body language said he grabbed a hold of him and pulled him down. So I don't know. Do we have instant replay yet on this new equipment? We will have, then we could either justify that or we could say that was a horrible call.
Yeah, even it's like the line judge was right in there saying, "Here's how you did it."
Yeah. Came from the umpire right behind the nose guard, the nose tackle.
All right, they're still going to kick it. We've seen Harris. He's got the leg. They'll be kicking this one from the. Let's see where they're going to set this.
Set 30-yarder if he can make it.
Down. Boy, with a lot to spare.
You know what that is? I'll show you. I'll show you. We're still going to score. Now, that also tells me that there's a field goal a part of that Ranger team into the future.
Yeah, he's got a lot of range there. So, the extra point is good. It does make it 20-14. We're down to 3:38. And now here's where that onside kick of some kind we're expecting. And that's what I'm sure Eau Claire is prepping his return team for.
I'm not so sure. This is kind of a quasi. Is it a situation for an onside kick or isn't it with 3:38 left? I would say most coaches would kick it long. I think with this much time on the clock.
Okay.
But
watch how Claire lines up here, Terry. It looks like they're going to have their upmen all the way to the 25-yard line.
And if not, I see a lot of coaches that will kind of just loop it over that front 7 too.
Yeah.
8, actually front 8.
And now the
loop it in that bubble.
Yep. Now the deep guys are going back. Now they're going to the 15 and 20-yard line.
This is what teams work on in practice all the time, starting early in training camp.
Well, Logan's not showing anything yet.
Now, see?
Yeah, kick it away.
I think that's smart.
Takes it into the end zone. He'll bring it out. And he's got some running room. This is Crawford. Little slip. And finally, boy, he returns that one out to the 47-yard line. That's almost a 50-yard return.
In spite of the incredible, impressive return, I thought that was still good strategy. But
yeah, we got a man down.
A cramp possibly in this heat.
It's Nagel.
That's what it looks like. Nagel playing one heck of a game. But
yeah, he lost his shoe.
That'll give you a cramp.
Well, yeah, that got pulled off, yeah. And he's going to come off the field. Yeah, he probably needs to. He's dumping a little bit. Just so he can recover for a second.
See who comes in and replaces him. A white jersey, number 29, Trent Wieland. I know Trent real well, a 5'8" sophomore. Gets his first playing time this evening.
So, a big return. That was Crawford. They're going to hand off to him again. Crawford cuts it back, up the middle, still on his feet, and he's got a first down.
Crawford, 50-yard return, takes just a slight break.
Yep.
Recovers awful well, and oh my gosh, another penalty by on the Rangers.
Real late.
I think a late kind of hit, possibly. Unsportsmanlike is what I think it is. Rangers wanting clarification on that.
Yeah, definitely what the call was. Sportsmanlike.
Needs to be addressed, though. My coach would always address that and make sure that that did not happen again.
One of the big ones going to take it down to about the 26-yard line. So a big return. Nice run by Crawford. And now in sportsmanlike conduct penalty. And all of a sudden, Eau Claire Memorial's down to the 26-yard line with 3:19 on the clock.
Not sure who that on. Was it on Floyd Thomas, number 9? Ethan Coleman reports in and Thomas out. Doesn't mean it was on him, but.
Hand off Crawford again. Hitting the backfield, but he leans forward and picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Would you think that Crawford has spent a great deal of his summer conditioning?
Ooh.
He shows no sign of fatigue.
No, this kid, he's in great shape.
He didn't spend his summer at the beach. If I have time, I'm going to tell you a John Gruden story about what he says to his team about what they do in the summer. Might save it for the next broadcast, but anyway, it's about the beach.
All right, 2nd down and 5. Again, Crawford again. This time he goes right side, dives ahead, and he is. Let's see where they spot this thing.
Well, it's going to come back because another holding penalty. I think that's 3 or 4 holding penalties on the Old Aves. I read an article about the holding at all levels, basically, and that is if you could almost call holding on every play.
That makes it tough.
And you have to really be discern carefully on when you're going to call holding. Because a lot of it is arms out. You see the end of the play. But is it egregious enough to call is what the author talked about. Is it egregious enough where you pull somebody down or lock your arms, or is it just incidental?
Here's Johnson rolling right, passing downfield.
Oh,
and he called it a catch.
Yeah, you know what? It was a great catch, and his footwork was spectacular because he was just on the sideline. And that, of course, is number 11, Jack Piper, wide receiver.
Well, after the penalty, that now makes it 3rd and 16. Ball down to the 23-yard line.
The Old Aves managing the clock well, knowing how much time is in. And the back judge, who's behind the DBs, will start counting like right now.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
Yeah. See, it was like 3 or 4 seconds.
And I don't blame the kids on that because the side coaches, they bring out some of that. They took a lot of time bringing those cards out of the tub.
A coach typically at most levels is assigned the job of monitoring the play clock. An assistant coach near the play caller, near the offensive coordinator, and he monitors whether it's a visual, which we don't have here, but yet we do have a play clock used at the college level, and we'll monitor it and then indicate to the coach when to tell the quarterback to start his cadence. But they were slow. You're right this time.
They were slow getting it out. I saw that happen I think that's the 3rd time it happened tonight. And I don't know, somebody's got to make that call.
Actually, not to be critical, but it is the coach's fault. No question about it.
So a timeout on the field. We're down to 2:15 left in the contest. 20-14 is the score.
So many coaches, by the way, run those drills. I've seen UWL do it in practice. They run drills using the clock like that, managing the clock.
I believe it. Cashin at Luther next week and Menominee at Holman, also a second game we're going to do. Here's Crawford going left side, and he is close to a 1st down. Speaking of 4th.
Speaking of next week, I know I am at Cashin at Luther. I like always going to Luther. Pacelli at Aquinas on Saturday. I'm working that game, and hopefully you're with me at Luther, but we also have Menominee at Holman, as you said.
Yeah, I'm not sure which game I'm going to be assigned yet. Clock moving now, 1:47. 4th down and a long yard. And I think Memorial Just run it as long as they can. There's a backfield judge starting to wave his hand. Handoff, Crawford. And I don't think he got it, Terry.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And
so Logan's got one more shot.
I don't even think. No, it's not even worth measuring, is it?
No.
No.
I think it was stacked up in the middle there, and that's again the strength of Logan's line. Those three interior linemen.
Yes. Yes.
So, 83 yards for La Crosse Logan with 1:26 they got to cover.
Yeah. Speaking of that defensive line, as you said, the whole defense has played well, but in that particular play, Thomas and Snodgrass and Ethan Coleman and Jankowski. Snodgrass, of course, at his frame, he has great gap presence.
All right, Devin Moran rolling right, looking downfield. A little down and out, caught, immediately out of bounds goes Malik Brown.
Just a kind of almost a pitch, just a safety catch. Moran rolling out to give himself, opening up his vision. Good first down play.
Yep, 8-yard pickup. Clock stopped.
The Rangers have been known to have miracles at the end of a game. Let's see if they can perform one here.
Starting at the 17. Again, Moran going right. And he tucks it in. And that's going to lose some yardage.
Possibly wisely tucked it in, huh? If you don't have anybody to throw to, maybe just take a knee or be satisfied with a loss, a timeout for the Rangers. So,
I was just going to say, just a warm night when we started this one, and it hasn't cooled off too much at all.
Yeah. I was at a UWL practice the other day, and I'm going to go back this weekend and watch. And I know today they were down in Dubuque with a controlled scrimmage, situational scrimmage, Mike Schmidt told me. And next Wednesday, I hope our viewers can possibly, if you're available, go over to UWL, to Memorial Field, Roger Herron Stadium, next Wednesday at 1 o'clock for a full scrimmage with UWL Eagles and Luther. 1 o'clock. Can you take a late lunch?
Got to look at my schedule. I'd like to see that.
We're gonna do some coverage of that game too, that scrimmage.
I tell you that Mike Schmitz he's got a lot of exciting things happening with that club.
Yeah, and he's got his list of recruits is unbelievable. There's like 140 players out in training camp.
Wow.
And I just enjoy watching a well-orchestrated practice, and that's what they do.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 6. Moran, right back in the pocket, a little screen. Got it out here, and cutting it upfield. That's Floyd Thomas.
Floyd Thomas on just a screen, a quick screen to the wide side, and he got the first down, too, I believe. Maybe not.
I think they're looking like it might be a yard short.
Oh, I guess you're right.
So 4th and less than a yard.
Oh, Floyd Thomas has got to know where that first down marker is. Drop that shoulder down, a little bit of a juke, a little footwork, and get the first down.
Well, here we go, 4th down and a yard at the 27.
Are you going to be cute, and are you going to be fancy, or are you just going to get the first down?
They like to go to Butler.
I think just go right up the middle and get a first down.
And they hand it off. Oh, there he is. Thomas, the big guy.
Floyd Thomas, two-way starter, just exploded. I think he heard me and said, I'll get the first down this time, Terry. I didn't get it last time. Don't lose confidence in me. I won't, Floyd.
Clock moving. We're at a minute. 2 wide receivers to the right. Duran looking that way. And that falls incomplete.
Boy, great defense.
Maven, the intended receiver.
Yeah, great defense by the Old Abes. Double teaming Maven, knowing that he is a primary target for Moran.
So ball spotted at the 36. 20-14. Logan has got to get into the end zone.
Still hope for the Rangers.
There is. And you look up in the sky, there's a half moon tonight.
Boy, don't take too much. They're going to have to call a timeout now. Let's see what the back judge says. No, I guess not. He hasn't started to chop yet. So plenty of time.
Now he is. All right, Maven rolling right. He's going to cut it upfield. He's got some running room.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Can't get there, but he's got the first down.
Moran doing a nice job, but turn on the extra speed and get to the sideline.
So a first down, chains move. Clock is paused.
Nice run by Devin Moran.
You know, this is impressive, this no huddle early in the season like this. Moran looking left. You can just throw it out of bounds, throw it down here.
Ooh. Throw it out of bounds even further.
Yeah. I'm sure nobody's got a chance at it.
Throw it up by us. I'll catch it. I got an open window, unlike last night. You see really good, strong quarterbacks with a lot of experience. They don't throw it. They don't just throw it out of bounds a little bit. They just throw it like 60 yards past the sideline.
We're down to 31 seconds. 2nd and 10. It's at the Logan 48-yard line. Maven is split wide to the left. Moran looking left, trying to get loose from one, and he's sacked.
Didn't keep his eyes downfield. Timeout Rangers. Didn't keep his eyes downfield. Lots of pressure, not necessarily his fault, but stay with your shoulders square and your head downfield when you see that pressure coming. Ooh, tough loss in yardage for the Rangers.
Yeah, that goes all the way back to the 37-yard line. So it brings up 3rd down, and I think it's going to be about 22 yards with that loss. All right, ball goes out to the 44, or excuse me, the 40, yeah, it is the 44-yard line. Got to get down to the Eau Claire Memorial 42 for a first down.
Some people might ask, why is the defense calling a timeout in this situation, 4th down? Well, first game of the season, a lot of young players. Makes sense because, like, okay, fellas, making sure we know down and distance, right?
Yep.
Okay, 4th down, who's their principal receiver? What are we going to do? Are we going to stunt? Are we going to go double? Are we going to go cover 3, 4? What are we going to do here so we don't allow, we don't have any mistakes? So good timeout, I think, by the Old A's with the Rangers having 1 timeout left.
Well, not knowing what we're going to see from Eau Claire Memorial tonight, I think we've got an impressive little club here. You know, Bryson Johnson, their quarterback, looked very good.
Yeah.
Of course, the running style that we saw all night of Crawford, very impressive sophomore.
In case you were wondering, you just named my 2 players of the game for the Old A's.
Yeah, I would think so.
Bryson Johnson, the junior, and as you said, Loyal Crawford, the sophomore. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. The Old Abe fans up on their feet.
They know this is a big play. 4th down and 14. Maven to the left. I'm going to go to him. And he had to turn all the way around.
Yeah, just a go pattern by Maven and great coverage by the Old Aves. Principally number 20 right there also, who is not on my chart. Do you have number 20? I'm sorry.
For Eau Claire?
Yeah.
Peter Boyd.
Peter Boyd, okay. I have a outdated chart, and so good defense, and dropping down on a knee, and the...
Well, you know what's nice about this game here tonight, Terry? Even though it's a loss for the Rangers, we didn't know for sure until 9 seconds left on the clock.
We didn't.
That's where we're at.
What do you build on here? You build on a really good second half. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
First half, don't even show the game film to the players. Just show them the second half. Say this is where the bright spots were.
So Johnson comes up. All they need is one. There's no timeouts left for Logan. And Johnson takes a knee, covers him up, and that's it.
Well, before we close, my players of the game for the Rangers, Damon Butler on offense and Jeremiah Nagel on defense, I think played extremely well.
They did. They did.
No question about it. Floyd Thomas walking over to the referee saying, I don't know if I said something, by the way, I apologize. Did you? Maybe our camera caught that. That's a class move by
I think
Floyd
it was more,
Thomas.
Yeah, I don't think he said anything. He's just physical.
Yeah.
And he said after the whistle you did it. So
that's it. Second time now in a row. This will be the third loss, by the Rangers against Eau Claire Memorial. So, as you said earlier, Memorial better than what I anticipated. Will they be ready for the Central Red Raiders at Memorial Field next Friday night? That will be a test. Rangers, maybe a little reprieve because they're playing the Huskies. The Huskies lost 26 games in a row, dating back to 3 years ago. I think the Rangers will learn from their mistakes. I see them picking up a victory next week in their home opener at Swanson Field.
You know, I like this lacrosse Eau Claire mix, with Central Logan and Memorial and North playing each other. I like that.
I do too. It's been the last several years, and I'm told that it's going to continue.
All right. Once again, the final 20-14, Eau Claire Memorial defeating Lacrosse Logan here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. For Luke on camera, Jesse Von Ruden, Terry Erickson, this is Art Fay. We want to thank you for joining us.
You've been watching the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the Logan Rangers and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Aves. The High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Cremation and Funeral Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UWL. And Tri-State Business Machines, your #1 choice for office equipment in Onalaska. Now let's go down to the field at Carson Park and KQEG's Art Fay and Terry Erickson.